What is the good word, everybody? This is your man, the one, and right there by my side is always Big Storm, the man in the middle. And this is the State of Basketball, a BW Sports One original podcast. And you can always find us, any of our other videos on the website at BWSPORTS1.com. Oh, God, I had a brain fart right there. And we are brought to you by. Why am I losing my mouse today, Storm? Maybe it's because it's the sunlight.
It's the playoffs, man. It's the awesome time of the year, right? Like this is it for me. Like I'm one of the few that enjoy the NBA over college. I know a lot of people feel a different way, but I feel like all of them are trying to get to the NBA. So when I get to the NBA, I see the best of the best. I don't need to see necessarily the rest other than go Blue Michigan.
I hear you. But we are brought to you by Rockstar Realty, our good friend Shawn Nugent. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, commercial or home, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Check out our good man, Shawn Nugent. You can get him at 317-503-8322. And if you are trying to get yourself in that elite performance type of shape, check out our good friend Zach over at Elite Performance. He will get you all pumped up. 765-499-1005. Storm, it's going to be a good one today. But before we get started, I have to throw my shots out to my 10-year-old, who is now 10-year-old today, Mr. Eli Zayden Thomas is a 10-year-old today. They're out at Culver's getting ice cream.
Good deal. Congratulations. It's hard to imagine, right? Grow so fast. Like it's a blink of an eye, man.
Yeah, and this is the last one, so I am good for it. I'm ready for vacation times extras with the wife.
Gotcha.
Let's see. We got a power pack show today. I'm trying to get my notes together, but this damn thing doesn't want to be my friend. I don't like things not being my friend. But we got a power pack show today. We got an awesome guest that's hanging out with us today to talk a little basketball. Some of you guys might know him from the way back. He used to be a part of the Sound Park crew. He has some adventures at Macker's a couple times with us. So you know how that go.
Right.
And he is currently, he's a basketball mind like we was. I think he used to write for the Star at one point in time, but he is now currently assistant basketball coach over at North Central High School. So let's bring on our good friend, Matt Green.
Yeah, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
What's going on, Matt Green?
Always good times with you guys.
Right. I just want to take it back a little bit further, Dame. Me and Matt, we were in radio and TV together. So back when I used to DJ on the radio, he was a part of that my senior year. And, yeah, definitely been a part of our hoop circle. Great basketball mind, did AAU circuit, always was entrenched in the game. I think, didn't me and you call a girls' high school basketball game at Northview? We did that as well, didn't we?
Girls basketball. Hey, I got one for you, Storm. The water runs dry video. Forget about that.
Yes. We made videos out here, son. Hey man, why was we standing in the creek on some rock talking about when the water runs dry?
Right. Reliving boys to me.
Y'all wasn't doing none of them videos.
Oh yeah. It was a part of the class. We was trying to pass. What do you want me to do?
Were you singing bass? Although we go.
Yeah. Although we go.
There you go. St. Monica's Choir.
Yes, sir. North Central bred. Washington Township grown.
So what's been up with you, Mr. Green, man? Tell us what you've been doing.
I know for me, for the most part, after, thought I was going to be the next Dick Vitale, changed that up, but I went into coaching, started, back in North Central back in the day, the first time. And then, I've been been everywhere, it all seems like. Went to Cathedral for a couple of years, went to Marion University a couple of years, Park Tutor for a year, and now I'm back at home with Gardner and North Central.
Oh, I think he stopped talking. You kind of got a little choppy there for a second. No big deal. So you said your daughter is over at North Central?
No, I got a son over there. My son's over at North Central. I got 4 boys.
Oh, woo.
This one's going to be a junior next year, finishing up the sophomore year. So he played, so that was part of the reason why, I did go back to North Central along with, Jason being the head coach.
Yeah, we had Dart on a couple weeks ago, well, about a little over a month ago. We were talking about you guys, hooking back up, old North Central guys getting back together to revamp a struggling program for a couple of years there.
Yes, sir. I think we had only one guy on staff that wasn't a North Central graduate. Jason brought all North Central guys back. So, we over there trying to change it up.
Get that.
Well, I know Storm's a North Central guy.
Yes, sir.
Definitely a North Central guy.
David Thomas should be one too.
Hey, that's Kaufman's issue. That was
Kaufman. How about I didn't play till after Kaufman left? That's the one thing Mitchell did. Mitchell did pick me up both years.
I was gone. I was running with them Wildcats. But before we get into a little basketball chatter, let's go ahead and take care of a little sponsorship things, and then we're gonna jump right into some of our basketball talk. So let's go with Shawn.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Dan over at BWSPORTS1.com and Black and White Sports. And I'm wondering if you're ready to buy or sell that home, now's the time, and I got just the person for you. Mr. Shawn Nugent, a.k.a. Rockstar Realtor himself. 317-503-8322. Put that home on the market. Get into your dream home with this man. Talk to Shawn at Talk to Tucker today, 317-503-8322, and make sure you tell him the boys over at BWSPORTS1.com sent you.
All right. So have you guys been keeping up with it's only been a damn week. Have you guys been keeping up with the chicks over at the WNBA?
I have sparingly. Yes, I definitely hit it. And Sabrina, I felt like I'm not going to even try to butcher it. Her triple-double with New York Liberty. I know it's her second year. I know she played limited games last year, and the hype was, will she come back? How she'll play when she comes back? So I felt like she definitely proved her worth, and I was pleasantly surprised. Look forward to watching more of her.
Go ahead.
Around. I know a couple of them in college, but
So you can't be a part of the problem, Matt. You have to be a part of the solution.
I'm with you.
No, I agree with you, Storm. Sabrina Ionescu, she had a lot of hype coming out of Oregon because she was a triple-double queen, a machine at Oregon, and that she's a Kobe disciple. So we felt that there was going to be a lot of good games. I think she only got 4 games in last year before she had the season ending injury. It looks like she didn't miss a beat. She came back. She torched the fever for 2 games. and then dropped a triple dub. I think it was the second triple double in New York Liberty history, and I think it was the 10th in the WNBA. Period. I don't think they have the triple double streak like the men do. So it was great to see. But besides her, man, it's been an excellent start to the season. I watched the return of Stewie, Breanna Stewart.
Yes.
Man, Seattle is loaded. I don't know how they picked the Aces. I do not know how they picked the Aces to win this year. I get it. They won last year. Liz Cambridge is back, the big girl from England. She's back, but they play Seattle already, and Breonna Stewart, they torched her. Man, that team is loaded. So you got Breonna Stewart, you got Sue Bird, you got the chick Lloyd, and you got Samuelsons, who came out last year from Connecticut. They're loaded, bro.
So at this point, it's all about staying healthy and peaking at the right time.
Yeah, it should. There's a couple players that are back this year from injury and or sitting out for the COVID or whatever. So we should see Aleta Dawn back. We got Liz Cambridge back. Breonna Stewart's back. What's her name is in with Deanna Taurasi now? Skylar Diggins.
Phoenix.
Yes. Yeah, that's my sentimental pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like her. Yeah. Taurasi was right. Like when she was in Connecticut doing her thing, like that was right. We were like what, mid-20s, late 20s,
unreal
30s, like whatever. But I really remember how she used to put in work, and always been one of my faves.
It's surprising to me that she's been Nike so long that she doesn't have a signature shoe. But I think what she has is a signature LeBron shoe. Like that's the shoe that she's always worn. She's always fared that. LeBron makes a special shoe just for her. So, but I was just surprised that the female GOAT doesn't have a shoe her own.
Maybe the next one. So
who knows? So it might be Sabrina. You know what I mean? She's a Kobe disciple. So
right.
Who knows?
But you see how they did Kobe, right? Like he's not with Nike.
Listen, they didn't do Kobe that way. Vanessa cut that contract
because it felt like it wasn't getting enough exposure.
I mean, sorry. Well, everybody in the women's game does not feel that they're getting enough exposure. I'm sorry, Kobe. I mean, that's what you were doing. I get it. That's what your path was. You was getting ready to blow the women's game up. I get that. I understand, but he's not now. You know what I mean? So Nike doesn't have that model that they want to do it. So they're not going to give that exposure to it. They need something to latch on to. They need to be able to sell it. And I'm sorry, Vanessa, you can't sell it.
It's business first.
Yeah, I mean, it's a business.
Yeah.
But they're releasing the Mamba 6.
I saw that.
They got to tap into that cow one more time on the way out.
Yep.
All right, so well, I guess. Oh, and they got this new thing that I wanted to touch on real quick. The last thing for the women, if my crap would work down. This is crazy. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start talking. The Commissioner's Cup for the WNBA. Do any of y'all know anything about the Commissioner's Cup?
No, I have not heard anything about that yet.
Well, I think it's pretty cool. It's kind of like an in-season tournament. And they'll have the tournament right before they take the break to go to the Olympics, because you know the WNBA is going to take a month and a half break to play the Olympics. So the Commissioner's Cup is made up of a group of games that are played in conference. Somebody's giving some feedback hard. Y'all hear me? Yeah, I'm hearing the echo. Yeah, so the games are all conference. I mean, not conference. They're all division games, and they have points. They have division games, and they have points that tally up. And then right before the break, they're going to do like a tournament to go into the break.
Oh, okay.
All right. So now let's move on for that. All right. Last thing we do, we're going to talk about. I just want to pay a little bills real quick. We have where somebody is killing me.
I don't think it's the same. Matt, are you using your audio from your laptop or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting your bounce back.
Oh. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. So,
Okay.
All right. So, June 15th, we are doing the Broad Ripple Scholarship Foundation fundraiser golf outing, and we are putting the team in. It should be fun. We got all the information up for that on the website, so we can move for that. Hey, Matt, you got headphones?
I can go try to find some.
All right, because we're getting all your bounce back from your volume.
Okay. Hit me out. I'll go see what I can do.
Let's go. Good. I got you. All right, bro. Let him take care of that. We'll be right back because that was bouncing all over us. But anyway, Storm. While we're waiting for him, the golf outing, bro. We was at the. Did you see the video of us at the driving range?
I saw one, but I don't know if how many have you sent out?
We only did one.
Okay, then yes, I saw it.
How bad is our sleeves? They play.
Hey, y'all both better than me. I haven't played yet. Like, I'm trying to get out there. I definitely plan on getting out there. But yeah, how'd it feel to you?
It felt good to use clubs that fit
for your size. Yes,
yes,
it's amazing. It's the little things.
Hey, that don't mean I hit them all straight. I hit one ball. I hit one good ball at the driving range. One good ball went straight, and it was out by the blues. So I think that's what, 250. So it was out by the blues. The other one, if you straighten them out, they probably would have went there. But I had one. I've never seen a golf ball do a 90-degree turn in the air.
Yeah, I have when I first started. It didn't hook left, right? Did it hook left?
Yes, hook left.
Yeah, I know that well. Know it very
well. So that would be our slice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be our slice?
It's the club face. It has something to do with either we're too open or we closing it too much. We're not keeping it straight.
All right. So as he gets to that, we will pull him in back. So let's move on with the show. Bro, well, I don't know if you've been watching it, but I have been watching it. The BAL, Basketball African League. You checking any of the games out? Oh man, they're on NBA TV.
I've been watching the NBA, but I've not made it yet to the African NBA.
Yeah, see, there's a difference between Storm and I. Storm only going to watch the NBA. I'm going to watch basketball. I'm going to watch basketball. If it's on,
I like basketball. I'm just gonna, it's my time. I got limited time. Like I watched that. I didn't even watch the Laker game until I got off this morning. So I'm watching the replay of the Laker game. So Laker Golden State game. So after that, I don't know how much more time I got. I'm definitely on Pacers, which coming on in about 9 minutes. So
yes, we're gonna pick it up.
I'm definitely watching that. So I'm off tonight.
Yes, I am.
Go.
Yes, I will have
Saturday.
That on.
Saturday should be a holiday. That first day of the real playoffs, and from 1 o'clock to oh man, what you are? Oh man.
Well, 1 to 3. I'm having cake and ice cream.
Okay, you having the birthday?
Yeah, cake and ice cream from 1 to 3. But yeah, I agree with you on the holiday. Yeah, man, it's gonna be great. And I'm gonna be sitting right here. As you can see behind me, I'm outside. I'll be sitting right here in this spot watching those games.
Awesome.
But while we're here, J. Cole, the first game was a little sluggish. I think he had 3 points, 3 rebounds. We had intangibles, a couple steals, a couple assists. But after that, he's been balling. And I don't want to say, you know what, this might be the step, this level. I don't know what level it is. You know what I mean? I don't want to diminish J. Cole because I think he's balling out. But it's like my brother was watching it. It's like a whole bunch of old dudes, like our age. Like I see some dudes with the semi ball, the George Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? I've seen cats, you know what I'm saying, with the full gray. I mean, running like we run. You know how we run. And this is the league.
Jog. It's like a 40 and over league.
That's what it's like. It's a 40 and over African league. It's amazing, but I don't want to knock it too bad because it's basketball and it's given an opportunity to showcase the game somewhere else. And I think it's
Right.
a great place. You know, we get a lot of talent from African countries, so I think it's a good thing that they got it over there and they get to experience a little bit of that. And I think it's a good way for NBA teams and college teams because, you know, eventually there are going to be young guys in there. So it's going to be a good way.
You see Matt Green?
I see. So there's going to be different people out there scouting and watching and seeing what they can pull up. It sounds like they're running the vacuum cleaner over there. Four
Nothing
boys. It happens.
Right. I was about to say, it's nothing wrong.
There's a
with
lot of
cleaning
vacuuming for it. I got one here, and I can tell you there's a lot of sweeping. Oh. So that's J. Cole.
Oh,
over there.
and I wanted to say one thing, but I lost while you were talking. You were saying, global. Try that one more time.
Yes, go blue.
Globalization of sports. So, what? Like, obviously, soccer is number one in the world as far as sports. Where do you feel like basketball is, and where do you see their potential? Because I feel like it's definitely catching on. It's fairly, for the most part, as long as you don't get into a whole bunch of AAU and travel, somewhat inexpensive sport. A ball in the court is really all you need. So, where do you think of basketball in that state?
I think basketball is one of those very transitional games. I think it's a game that can be played in any economic environment, so to speak. So that makes it very well diverse, very well traveled around the world because you don't need a whole lot to play it. Unlike golf, where you need an elaborate course and expensive tools to play it, or hockey, you got to buy all this equipment, and baseball, you got to buy all this equipment, and football, you got to buy all this equipment. You know what I'm saying? With basketball and soccer, all you need is a ball. Yeah. You know what I mean? We've been in situations where we play ball on milk crates.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you'll find a way to play ball. And I think that's why basketball is as global as it is, as transmittable as it is, because you can play it in rich people's neighborhoods and you can play it in poor people's neighborhoods.
Definitely. So definitely excited about that because I feel like the late, great David Stern was one of the pioneers of it. And I'm glad to see the world gets to enjoy what we enjoy about the sport.
Uh-oh, we lost him. As soon as I clicked on, he clicked out. He'll be back. All right, Matt Green will be back. So let's move on up. Matt Green's back.
Use my phone, gentlemen. Whatever.
There he is. There he is.
Sounds so much better. So much better, man.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we were just talking about the Africa League.
Okay.
Have you checked out any of those games?
I did see the highlights of the J. Cole. I ain't seen the game yet, but I looked at a couple of the highlights of the J. Cole game. Looks like they're trying to I was listening to you guys talk a little bit, another form for guys to try to, make their dream come true, which is the NBA. You got the college route, you got the G League route. Why not? Like you said, Damon, there's been plenty of guys over in Africa come to the NBA and be successful. Why not give them a chance? You got Europe for, the Europeans. Hey, now we got another continent, Africa, involved, like we got Asia involved, Asia and Europe.
Yeah, I'm good with it. All right, so let's move on. What do we have next? Looks like we're going to go to the Social Justice Award. Did you guys hear about that? The NBA has created the Social Justice Award, and they named it after Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, I like it. He was one of the originals. I'm not going to say it started with him, but he was definitely, during his time, it was one of the more prevalent eras in American history, and he was definitely a leader in that social justice. So well named. I have no issues with it. about time that Kareem got named for something, because I feel like he is definitely one of those amazing players that kind of get forgotten about. Like, we still hear about Bill Russell. You know, we hear about Wilt. We hear about, you know, the logo. We hear about Oscar. I don't know why people aren't talking about Kareem. And I understand he had a pretentious relationship with the media, and somehow that, you know, can play a factor. But I definitely am happy with the situation.
Boy, Storm, you hit the head right on the nail, or the nail right on the head, or whatever it is. Hey, man, I don't know. I've said it so long. One, I've said, why they keep skipping over Kobe? Maybe because Kobe was Jordan 2.0. Whatever you want to call it, he was. He did everything Jordan did, maybe a half a step better. But
Right.
I don't know why they keep not putting Cap in this argument, which I think is ridiculous, for or against LeBron or Jordan. But why they keep leaving Cap out of this argument of greatest player? Shit, the dude's got 35,000 points with one move that you could not stop. How are we not talking about this guy who's won on every? Oh no, man, I didn't say win. He dominated on every level of the game of basketball.
Right.
And he'd have won 4 national championships if freshman could play at UCLA back in the 70s.
Right. Hey, the other thing people forget, he's the only guy in basketball history, I think, they changed the rule for.
Yeah,
they outlawed
Shaq.
No, that was Wilt.
Jordan.
That was Wilt, where they changed the rule that said you couldn't dunk no more. That was Wilt.
No, that was
college.
Kareem.
Well, that was college, and the NBA was Wilt.
Kareem was college. Yeah.
Oh, you can't do that no more. No, you got to shoot. But
yeah, anytime you can change the rule, you are
great.
Right.
You're great. You know what I mean? Like, and Kareem, at that time, he was the biggest activist, social justice-wise, in the NBA. There were other guys, but no one had the voice that he did. That, you know what, he was he was the Muhammad Ali of NBA. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you had those type of, so it should have been. I mean, I hate that they created this award now because it looks like a reactive action. If you'd have did it a couple years ago, I'd have looked better at it as a proactive action. So I don't know.
Right.
But at least they got there. So
yeah, they got there. Yeah.
And give the NBA credit for being at the forefront of activism, keeping it up.
As far as all the other sports, basketball is definitely
so is it the NBA doing right, or is it the NBA just protecting 95% of their assets?
That's a whole nother conversation.
I feel like it's a little of both.
Right.
I feel like they know how they make their money, and you cannot make your money with your workforce being unhappy. And if it's something that is minimal and you can come across as a certain way, as far as whatever point of view, whatever helps. And I'm not trying to be like, when I say this, but it's about the money, and they want to make sure they keep as many people that purchase or spend money with them happy as can be. And not to say that they don't, actually care too. It's just crazy how sometimes that kind of thing aligns.
Right.
Always the bottom line.
Right.
Always the bottom. Yes, we love you, but you're not making me any money. So
right.
So last thing on this Here's Pop. I had a couple other things, but I want to, we're getting time constraints because the Patriot game just started. I want to hold you up, and I want to get into this Hall of Fame shit. So last thing before we get into one more break and then the Hall of Fame, 50, 40, 90. It's a small group of people. Kyrie Irving just entered that group. Hey, man, he might be a little baby. And you know what? I'm going to think I'm getting ready to retract that because he believes in what he believes.
Right.
And he's strong with it, and I can't knock a man for that. But the guy can damn hoop, man.
Yes, he is very talented. I still got him second tier.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Under who? Because we definitely not Chris Paul.
Yeah, I don't think Chris Paul is better than him at all, but I don't put that much in Chris Paul anyway. But I just feel like, yes, he's a great player, but I put him with Reggie. Like, if Reggie went and played with Jordan or went and played in Boston when they were trying to get him there with the big three, he probably would have got a ring. He can't sustain a franchise and win a ring. He can be really good, but he's not going to win a ring. And to me, that's why he's second tier.
I mean, I don't understand. I'm trying to figure out how you compare him to Reggie or anything, because he wasn't chasing rings. He was drafted to that team, and he was a part of that championship. If he doesn't make the plays that he makes all year, and especially late in the playoffs, LeBron doesn't have a ring in Cleveland.
Right.
If LeBron wasn't there, they'd have played like they did the year before LeBron came. So let's not,
let's not act like that. Kyrie doesn't help LeBron either.
That's my point. You act like these guys don't do anything for anybody else.
I mean, but
LeBron would not have won that without Kyrie.
How about this? How about LeBron at least took some semi-talented players to the finals? Kyrie's never done that. Just get him there.
We're not saying Kyrie's as good as LeBron, though. But
that's what I mean, and that's why that's what I'm saying, right? LeBron's first tier, Kyrie is second tier.
So do you have Kevin Durant first tier or second tier? Because
he's first tier.
Because Durant wouldn't join the team.
Right.
He wouldn't join. He didn't lead that team. Steph Curry was still the leader of that team. So is Durant second tier then? By your verbiage that you just said, is Durant second tier? Because he hasn't led a team yet.
Nope. He is the second greatest scorer in the league right now. Probably the second best player in the league right now.
So let me ask you the question.
You feel where I'm going, Matt.
Right. I know where you're going with it. So can Kevin Durant take the same cast of characters that LeBron had and go to the finals like LeBron did? That's what Damon and me
think so. Yeah. I think he would have. He went to the finals with Westbrook and the Bears.
He wasn't the guy.
He was the guy.
Come on, man. We already know it was a duo. It was a duo. It was a duo with Westbrook and Durant.
You remember when they lost that championship? You saw what happened. Westbrook started taking it to the hole, crazy, willy-nilly, and they lost.
And what did Kevin Durant say? He said, I was not ready for that stage or level of basketball.
And his cast.
How will we know when Westbrook?
That's out of Kevin Durant's mouth. That's out of Kevin Durant's mouth. You know what I mean? I'm just going off what you say. What you say by your meaning. Matt Green hears it by your definition. Kevin Durant is not first tier. He's second tier because he has not led a team.
He's first tier. He's first tier.
So it's going to be whoever you choose to be first and second team. So your criteria is always.
It's going to be my opinion every time. Like, I have an opinion on it, and that's what it is. So you can agree with it.
Then we'll just go with opinions because. Okay, then we'll just go with that.
Well, there's no facts. There's no facts to base.
But I'm just saying your opinion.
Other than the fact that he got the only time he got a ring is when he's with probably end up being the second to third greatest of ever. That's how he got his ring.
Right.
When it comes to opinions, you got to have like some type of factual, some type of evidence to back it up. You keep changing the parameters so it fits for that player. Second tier, by what you said, second tier because you can't lead a team or you did not lead a team. It's second tier player.
Lead a team.
He did not lead a team.
He led Oklahoma to the finals.
Where? No, he didn't lead Oklahoma to the finals. Matt Green?
No, he
didn't. Trying to tell me
he did not lead Oklahoma to the finals.
Did not go to the finals. Is that what you're telling me?
He did not lead He did not lead them to the finals. It was a duo. It was a duo partnership between them two. LeBron led them to the finals.
That's your opinion on it. I felt like he was the best player on Oklahoma City when they got to the finals, meaning he led them to the finals.
Okay, so let me ask you this. That's a whole different thing. LeBron had some bums with him. All right.
And he was in the East.
Harden's not a bum. Westbrook is not a bum. Serge Ibaka at the time was not a bum. Steven Adams is not a bum.
Let me tell you something.
That cast of characters is way better than
LeBron. All those
LeBron
players you just named.
Delonte West, CJ somebody, fucking
Larry
Hughes. Anderson Fairchild. You know what I'm saying? You can't even name. We just named 7 people off that Oklahoma City team. We can't. Chris Childs. That's his name. We can't even think his name. We barely named 3 people off that Cleveland team.
But you know what they all got in common? Probably, more than likely, neither one of them got rings. So I'm just saying. That's one thing they do have in common with those players from Cleveland. Except for the ones that stuck around when Cleveland ended up winning.
Yeah, right, I think who was that? I think the only person around was Anderson Fairchild. I think everybody was, it's like everybody was gone. All right, so last bill, and then we're gonna get into this Hall of Fame. So here we go.
Get ready to take your body to the elite level of performance. Call today to set up your free evaluation. 765-499-1005. Elite Performance, where the dream of elite fitness becomes a reality.
All right, and don't forget, on June 19th, we have the Elite Performance weightlifting competition. So make sure you hit the get on the website. If you think you're strong enough and you want to get in there and win some money prizes, get on there and check them out. And it's also sponsored by Rogue Energy, and so are we. All right, fellas, here we go. Hall of Fame. I wanted to talk a little bit about the guys that went in, but I don't anymore because I'm more excited about the guys that are supposed to go in. So I have no issues with nobody who went in before. Kobe, Duncan, Tamika Catches, Kevin Garnett, Kim Milky from
the
coach of Baylor, who is now the LSU, Eddie Sutton, who was at Oklahoma State, and Rudy Tomjanovich. So this class is what I want to talk about with you guys. Yeah. Paul Pierce, Chris Bosh, Chris Webber are players. We'll get to them. Coaches, Rick Adelman, Jay Wright of Villanova, who is now that Roy Williams has retired, is now the best-dressed college coach. Jay Wright. And Bill Russell. And Bill Russell going in as a coach.
Okay.
And the WNBA players, Yolanda Griffin, who was a killer, and Lauren Jackson, who was the big 7-foot white girl from, not 7 foot, which I think she was like 6'6" from Australia, who plays on their national team. Let's get to these players, man.
Yeah.
So
you want to go with the good ones first, or you want to just go in with the ones we have questions about?
I'm really trying to find a good one.
Oh, I got a good one. Paul Pierce.
Well, you're going to say Chris Webber.
And Paul Pierce. But I started with Paul Pierce because I think Paul Pierce had a better career than Chris Webber, and then I would have went to him. But the truth is the truth. I mean, after the unfortunate accident where he got stabbed, he came back like a vengeance. And the defense that he played on LeBron, just for that one game or that one series, that one championship, but he did it. He did it. So that's the truth.
Matt Green.
Truth. I would put him in, but I'm not as high as far as overall career. Like, I think, like Storm, you said, he carried the Celtics, but if he don't get Kevin and them, he ain't never gonna win a title. He gonna have a good career in Boston, but he ain't never gonna get to that next level without them guys showing.
But that
second tier.
But at the same time, without him, they wouldn't have won either. Like, I feel like he played a real role in that ring. It wasn't
no. I'm saying that.
Like, he played a real role. It wasn't like I'm just gonna jump on with these guys.
But what I'm saying is take them two out of the equation, and let's take titles out of the equation. Just look at him with the Boston Celtics. He ain't that wild guy that you like, man. You know,
no,
Paul
he
Pierce
was.
The guy
he
I
was.
had to go. I had to go see him every night. You know, I'm not going to go see Paul Pierce with just the.
I'm telling you, after the incident, he came back and he was balling, and I was watching him after that because he was balling. Like, he was clutch. He was the truth. Like, I saw that. So, and that may be a little more because we got those Boston games here in the Midwest.
I will go with you because I know you're a big
remember watching.
I'd rather watch Reggie. I'd rather watch Reggie than I would Paul Pierce.
Rather watch Reggie than I would Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not going to hate Paul Pierce. I've never been a real big fan of Paul Pierce. I wasn't a fan of him at Kansas. But Paul Pierce mentally understands and knows how to play the game of basketball. And I'm with you, Matt Green. I'm not going to argue him getting in because I'm okay with it.
Right.
But if you take away the championships, you put away the career, put the careers up, dude, I'm struggling to see his number get raised in the Garden.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Look at all those great Boston Celtics guys up there. You know what I mean?
It's a different era, man.
I don't know.
It's a different era.
But you want to compare players to players in different eras, but you don't want to do it when it comes to putting their numbers up.
I'm just saying, when you say you don't know because of the people that come before him, I'm just saying one of the variables is the era. Like, he really, before him and KG and them got that ring, what was the last ring? Bird? Like, that really sustained that Celtics franchise for them to at least get another one because the Lakers didn't stop, right? Lakers kept on rolling. They had Shaq. They had Kobe.
The Lakers were catching up is what the Lakers were doing.
But there was a nice span where Boston was not even thought about.
They were catching up because they won so much ahead. You know, they gave, but he didn't do that.
Right.
They did that. Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen did, and so were they. He was the man there for so long.
He was the leader. He was still the leader of that team. He was the leader of that team.
I can't agree with you with that. I would say Kevin Garnett was the leader of that team.
I'd say Paul Pierce had the love of the fans.
He had the love of Boston because he was a Boston guy.
Yeah, he stayed loyal to him.
But Kevin Garnett was the guy.
LeBron, and he hit clutch shots. I mean, that's not all. Let's not forget what he did.
He got clutch shots because Kevin Garnett needed to be doubled and triple teamed, so that left you wide open. And they wasn't gonna leave Ray Allen open.
You ain't lying.
Who was open? Paul Pierce.
Hey. And on them three, let's not just talk about.
And he was guarded by LeBron when he hit.
Rajon Rondo was pretty nice too.
Yeah,
leading the team,
right?
And I mean, you go back and say it, and they're going to say, "Who was the heart and soul of those Celtic team?" Kevin Garnett. They say it every time. The heart and soul of the team, Kevin Garnett. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sitting here trying to knock Paul Pierce. I'm not going to discredit.
That's exactly what you're doing.
No, but
I'm giving him his props, and you're saying that's not the case.
I started off saying I might not 100% agree with it, but I'm not going to take it away.
I don't know where Paul gets all these haters from because dude put up points. He was. Where's
he at on the all-time points list?
I don't know. I mean, I don't
16?
know. But I know when I saw him, he put up points.
Yeah,
when I see him, he put up points.
And when I saw Gilbert Arenas, I saw him put up points.
Yep. But that was a very small clip. I saw Paul do it for at least
I think where we have a
6
problem
to
with
7 years.
It's just a microcosm of his whole total career was that little stint with Kevin and Ray Allen. Like if I go back to Reggie, just using Reggie as an example, Storm, we gonna say we watch Reggie do that all the time. Right. He didn't just do that against the New York Knicks.
Yeah,
he did that against everybody.
Yeah.
But Paul Pierce, I'm like, well, I don't really remember other than when KG and Ray got there.
Right, and that's the thing. I remember him prior to that. Like
right.
I remember him. I remember watching those games.
I got you.
But I mean, he's in the Hall of Fame. That's great for him. I might not first ballot him. I might not second ballot him. Maybe a third ballot him. I'll get him in there. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel First off, I feel that the Hall of Fame is weak as shit now. Weak as shit. Like it used to be something. Like you had to do something to get in the Hall of Fame. Chris Bosh, Ben Wallace.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Like Chris Webber. Like, and I had to. Like I was talking to my brother. I had to take a moment back and had to think about this. This is not the NBA Hall of Fame. This is the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. So that's, and I said that's why Christian Laettner's in because of Duke.
Yeah.
So that's why I backtracked my statements on Chris Webber.
Chris is definitely a part
of
that team.
Okay, you add all that
say
in.
the same thing with Tony Kukoc.
Yeah, you can.
It's everything.
It's basketball. So I can add him in. I'm not gonna argue Chris. Good, because this shit was great. And the same thing with Paul, because he was really good at Kansas, even though he didn't get it done. But he was really good at Kansas. So I'm not gonna I can tell you why I don't agree, but I'm not gonna sit here and say, well, Paul Pierce does not need to be in. But I will say Ben Wallace and Chris Bosh do not need to be in.
Agreed. I agree totally. Ben Wallace.
What have you done?
He got a couple rebounds.
He won some titles. Come on, don't act like
he won one.
Titles.
He won one, and that's because of Chauncey Billups and goddamn Rasheed Wallace, Tayshaun Prince. Those guys.
Richard Rip Hamilton.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he won Defensive Player of the Year a couple times. Okay. But really, does Defensive Player of the Year a couple times make you a Hall of Famer now?
Yeah.
I think definitely. I feel like definitely with him, it's the length of time of his so-called greatness or fame, Hall of, right? His fame was about 2 years. And like when he left, I think it took me 3 years to realize he wasn't even in the league no more. It was like, wait a minute. Whatever happened to Ben Wallace?
Right.
He was like gone and no fanfare, no ESPN, no nothing, just gone. And then it took you 4 years to remember. Oh yeah, whatever happened to that guy?
And we forgot that he wasn't started in Detroit. He was somewhere else, and then came to Detroit.
You know what? The thing though about Ben, the thing you gotta say about Ben though was he was not Dennis, but he was on the same route as Dennis Rodman. He controlled all defense and he was a rebounding machine. But the other thing when you talk about just overall basketball, him coming out of a historical black college and dominating like he did, at Virginia, and then coming to the NBA, normally that wasn't heard of back when he was doing it. Only a couple guys did.
It was a hard route.
But I'm with you, Storm. He only really dominated like 3 years.
He never dominated.
No, he was really well. Because I feel like he got defensively.
Yeah.
Hey, we need to figure out, did he make an all-star team? However many all-star, right?
One or two.
However many years. So however many years he did that was how good he was. Like that was the length of time. Like they recognized it immediately, and then they didn't.
He's got the NBA championship and a gold medal. He did win a gold medal.
Yeah, so I mean, he was fortunate. I feel like he's one of the people who are fortunate. Chris Bosh, yeah.
So is it because of the blood cost they put him in, or is the fact that she was the 4th, 5th guy on Miami? You wasn't a big 3. There wasn't no big 3. It was big 2.5.
Yeah, and I try to remember those games in Toronto before it even happened, and he was good. I mean, but was he like? Is this a Danny Granger good, or is this a really good? You know what I'm saying? Big fish, small pond scenario. Or
I say it like this: if Chris Bosh got in, why isn't Tracy McGrady in?
True. That's why I want to know what the years was.
I do feel like
Tracy retired before him. You know what I mean? How does Chris Bosh get in before Tracy McGrady?
Right.
I'm with you.
What's the eligibility here?
That one. Right.
What's the criteria? You know what I mean? Is this the NCAA group together making this decisions or something? I don't know, because I'm not figuring it out. No,
it's true.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. You know,
like to see. I like Chris Webber though. Webber, I feel like he deserves it. Basketball, we talked about. Bill Russell as a coach. As a coach,
hey,
that's also
I got another one for you.
His legacy.
I got another one for you. If Chris Bosh and Bill Wallace is in, why the hell ain't Jalen Rose in?
I feel like I don't feel like Jalen Rose should go in.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, why not?
Like he's not because he's not a Hall of Fame because he's not.
I mean, why not? Hey, let's start campaigning for Jalen.
I mean, I would love to see him in there, but do I, in my heart of hearts, being 100, I definitely, out of all those players on the Fab Five and everything that they did for the culture at the time, which is a part of why Chris is in the Hall, I feel like he was the best one of that group.
Well, yeah, he was the best one of the group. He was the most recruited of the group. He's the one that all of them had to make sure it came there.
Well, Juwan Howard, but yes. So,
you see, Juwan is. I think he'll end up there if he ends up turning around Michigan, he'll get in as a coach because of his playing days a little bit too.
Yeah, I think he'll get in as an act. I mean,
right, coaching roles and just
all of it put together.
Yeah.
Because I think Juwan was clutch. I mean, he was key to those, a good anchor, a good back line to those Michigan teams.
Yeah, he was the one. He was the one that recruited, did more of the recruiting than the other team. So he definitely was the one that brought everyone together. He was the driving force of that link between coaches and players. But can I say Rick Adelman? Like, where are we at with all I remember him is Portland, and I don't even think they won. I knew he was a player. I think he played for the Knicks, maybe. Maybe he played for the Knicks.
Yeah, he played back.
I got a basketball card. Yeah.
I mean, he's going in as a coach, so I don't know. I don't get into coaches like that.
I mean, he had Clyde, so
that's all I remember. That's all I remember him as Portland.
Right? Yeah, Duckworth and Clyde and all them guys.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, that's like saying Rudy Tomjanovich. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, and really, Bill Russell as a coach,
he won titles.
I think, yeah.
I mean, did he as a coach?
Yeah, player coach. He was a player coach. He won titles.
See, that Juwan's got just titles as a coach too. Damn it. I mean, player coach.
Him and Lenny Wilkins, they won titles while playing.
Yeah. Old Lenny.
I believe I'm not even gonna go there because I don't want to talk about Bill. I don't want nobody to say he ain't Bill. Talk about Bill. I don't know. Yeah, that's all I got, fellas.
Good deal.
It's been great hanging out with you today, Mr. Matt Green, and it's always a pleasure to talk basketball with the one feller over there, Storm. Hey, let's see what we got before we finish up here. Network lineup. So we got some stuff going on with the network. You know, we got shows going on every week, every night. Monday starting here pretty soon again. Dan and Rafael Esparza out in Vegas will be starting back up their betting show, Bet Your Ass. And then they're also going to be coming to you daily for about 10 to 15 minutes to give you some bet tips on the baseball season. On Tuesdays, our great friend Monica P will give you all the mental health and goals that you need to get through your day and your sports life over at Quantum Inspirations. On Wednesdays, at noon, you have Dan and I doing 11 o'clock, you have Dan and I doing the Dukes of Football. Thursday is us, 7:30, the State of Basketball. Fridays is the Combat Zone. Saturday is Super Kicking It with Steven. Sundays is Checkers and Records. Shift Hard, Rubber on the Road, all that good stuff. He'll take care of you. It's a real big month here in Indiana in May, Indianapolis 500. So Checkers and Records is off, then running. And here's something new for you, Storm, that we just started up. Starting this Tuesday, Dan and I will be doing our Tuesday noon show covering the Indianapolis Indians, because you know that we are fully credentialed media people for the Indianapolis Indians. So there you have it.
Nice.
And we have reached Black and White Sports on Facebook, Black and White Sports 1, we BW Sports 1. We have now reached across our network 30,000 followers.
Good.
Holler at it. Y'all hear it? The people in the background. 30,000 followers. There you go.
You gotta play that Ric Flair interest music.
Hey, I could do it next week. I might try to incorporate that into our video for a new one.
Nice. You gotta put in the dialect where he's talking about all the things he does.
Yeah, I got this Rolex, this gold Rolex. You can have it.
Right.
$2,000 Gucci slippers. You can Hey, you got something for the Eye of the Storm tonight?
No, just spring is here. Go out and enjoy some outdoors. If you have allergies like myself, I mess with the Zyrtec. I don't know what you may try, but it works for me this year. So go out and enjoy some of this weather, man.
Flonase over here, bro. Flonase.
Got you.
All right, for the one good thing, everybody love everybody. With the great words of Jackie Moon, ELE. Yep. Everybody love everybody. Hey, birthday boy, come here. This is my one good thing. 10 years old today. The birthday
Happy
boy.
birthday.
All right. Holla. All right, so there you have it, folks. The state of basketball. If you want to get with us, watch any of our syndicated episodes of any of our networks. You want to do any sponsorship, advertisement, sports marketing, sports design, media recording, we got you. Hit us up, info.bwsports1@gmail.com. Make sure you tell Gardner we can record his camp, sir.
All right. So, before you leave, Matt, are you doing any camps this summer? Is there anything you want to put out there?
Jason is doing a summer camp. I don't know exactly what the dates are. I'll get it to you guys so you can talk about it, next week. But North Central is doing a summer basketball camp. And the other thing I tell you guys, hey, anytime you want to talk high school basketball, I know y'all big on it. We love to, I know all about that. So.
Well, I'm on the girls' side. I haven't paid any attention to the boys. I'm not gonna lie. I've not paid zero attention. I am all 100% girls basketball.
Well, North Central girls, we about something over there.
I mean, y'all got some ballers over there. Ava Couch is my girl, dog. She is hard nosed, and I'm shitty that she don't get the pull or the pump that she does. I mean, I know Danielle is a fabulous player out there. She was with Jim Rash last year. She was with Elite Eight. Yep. Rest in peace to her father. He passed away over the summer, right at the beginning of the AAU season. But she's a phenomenal talent. I love Destiny Hooks. I think she might be the sneakiest player on that team. She can score on all levels, and she's strong. But the key to the old team being successful is Ava Couch. Pay attention.
Don't forget about Ramaya now. Miss Elliott.
I mean, Ramaya's good. She's good. I mean, my starter's good. You know what I mean? But I've been watching Ava since third grade, bro.
Yeah.
And she's been killing over the summer. She has been killing over the summer. Like they were in Iowa 2 weeks ago, player of the tournament. Killing it.
I got you.
But there you go. Storm.
1.
Matt. We out. That's it. State of basketball. BW Sports 1. Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. Let me hit the button for my nipples catch on fire.